All right, we are out on Foothills for a solo adventure, a solo weekend adventure, doing the section that they recently opened back up after getting it all cleared and doing maintenance after Hurricane Helene came through. So we're doing, it's solo, so here I go with saying we again. I'm doing Laurel Valley to Bad Creek. Hopefully I'm attempting it. It's going straight up out of the valley. Gonna do that one over 3 days, 2 nights. So today should be about 12 miles if I make it that far. Getting a later start than I wanted because there was traffic coming up the road. And my shuttle driver, hippie ways, y'all. Excellent. John, his wife Carla also is a shuttle. Y'all hit them up. They're amazing. But yeah, we got stuck on the road coming up to Laurel Valley. They were doing some kind of, it wasn't like road work. It looked like they were surveying. And then there was a big tractor trailer on the wrong side of the road. But anyway, it had a block. So I'm getting on trail a little bit later than I thought. Whew. And John was so sweet because I forgot my headphones and I like to listen to an audiobook while I hike. And so he stopped at 3 different stores for me on the way from Bad Creek to Laurel Valley to try to find some headphones. So that was super nice of him to do that. We're just right here in the middle of the trail and somebody's tent stake. They must have set up right in the middle of the trail. That's what you call tired. So this is where the trail very clearly meets up with a service road. And it's all pretty fresh. Parts of it is like this. So you can tell this is where they had equipment in here to help clear the trail after Helene. Would you look at that? I come around that corner. Here he goes. All right, trailside lunch. Salmon and tortillas. Let's check out this avocado. Oh, she perfect. Oh, tell me that in luxury on trail. Come on now. Yum. These pretty purple daisies. I don't know if that color's coming through on the camera. Wow. Coming through this little valley right here, this little gap. It's just full of, you could tell this is where Helene came through. It looks like a tornado might have come through this little gap right here. Oh, and life in the middle of all of that. Isn't it just beautiful? So sad. Also, it's drizzling and the sun's out. And so this drizzle kind of feels good. Wow. Let me just give a big shout out to the trail maintainers that came through and worked all of this after Helene. That was a massive undertaking. And they did a phenomenal job. My least favorite part of this trail, this section so far is this. The stairs. Not going upstairs, going down the stairs. Shoo-wee, that is hard on these knees. And there's a lot of stairs to go down. I done lost them. There they are. They're gonna be coming up. Well, coming down that far already. Stairs, stairs, stairs. We ain't even at Heartbreak Ridge till tomorrow. Another bridge. Looks fairly new. This. Just at the top of Virginia Hawkins Falls. And there is a bench right here to rest. What a nice little touch that is. Wow. I wish I could stay at these falls because they're so beautiful. Stay at them for a while to just admire. But I gotta make time before I lose daylight because I don't like night hiking. I still got about, I think about 7.3-ish miles to camp. So should be good as long as there's no like super unexpected terrain. I'll tell you what though, after that first climb out of Laurel Valley, it's been a lot of downhill, which my knees are protesting. So I will be excited to get to camp tonight and just get off of them and let them recover. But it has been so nice out here today. I am really enjoying it, except for all the stairs going down. But the weather has turned out really nice. I keep, what do you call it whenever you, is it leapfrogging? These other two guys, they passed me while I was eating lunch, and then I passed them while they were eating lunch. I learned they're from Atlanta, and one of them, it's his first time ever on this trail, and he's kind of training to do the rim to rim in the Grand Canyon later this year, which I thought was really cool. And the other, his buddy, he's done this trail before, so he brought him up here to let him check it out. And they just passed me again while I was taking a break at the falls. Caught up to my leapfrog buddies. And this is the tick's house. This is where the ticks live. I'll have to do a tick check tonight when I get to camp. Oh, I thought we were doing a crossing right there, but we're not. Boop. Boop. Made it to the first suspension bridge. So fun. Well, so pretty. Wow. Look at this ruffle. Pretty. But more importantly, this. Wow. This is Laurel Fork Falls. She is flowing. ridgeline views across the way are so pretty. The sunset coming through the trees right now is so pretty. First glimpses of Lake Jocassee. Made it to camp. Yeah! 12.21 miles today. And this is a nice one, right by the water. That's gonna sound nice tonight. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, we're on day 2. Got camp packed up. I stayed at Rock Creek Camp last night. And it was right by the stream. It was so nice to have that background noise while I slept. I love it. So now I have about 1/10 of a mile before I have to tackle Heartbreak Ridge. What a way to wake you up in the morning. Okay, Heartbreak Ridge. I counted 287 steps, and that's including the ones from before where the sign was at. Coming up, and now they may have been hidden under like down leaves and stuff. There's still a lot of leaves out here. Obviously, we're in the woods. Duh. But it looks like we're about to start going down, and that is a pretty gnarly down, it looks like. So wish my knees some luck on that one. Okay, about halfway down Heartbreak Ridge, there's this bench here. She looks like she's seen her better days, but she could still be used as a good rest stop for sure. I say halfway down, like if you're coming from Table Rock going towards Oconee, or halfway up if you're coming the other way. Look what's starting to bloom. Done. I'm not gonna start it like that. All right, just got down on the other side of Heartbreak Ridge. All right, so coming from the Table Rock side to the Oconee side, there are, I think it was like, hang on. Coming from the Table Rock side to Oconee, there are 287 steps up. And by steps, y'all, I'm not talking about like walking steps. I'm talking about like the wooden steps that the Conservancy has put in to maintain the trail. So just wooden steps, not counting like the natural trail. So there are 287 steps up, and there are 2 false summits where you think you're done, but you're not. And then there are 302 steps down. And I am so proud of myself for doing that, because some of those steps coming down were like taller than where my knee is at. So it was a long step. I'm short. So it was a long step down on some of them. But it was an adventure, and I'm done with it. Now I think I've got 3 more big-ish climbs for the day. Setting out for 12.5 miles. My goal is to get to Bear Camp Creek tonight. And I got plenty of daylight. So I'm just going to enjoy myself today. Smiles over miles. Great campsite right here on Lake Jocassee. Oh, look, there's some boaters over there enjoying their day. I'm coming through the camp section of Gorgeous State Park, and y'all, they got a privy here. So luxurious. We are going towards Whitewater Falls. We'll be getting off before Whitewater, but And chasing my shadow. The sunrise behind me. Look at that suspension bridge. This is the Toxaway River. Oh, those birds are so happy. Oh, well, this one's bouncy. And them stairs are straight up. Straight up, now tell me, do you really want to love me forever? No, no, no. The climb out from Canebrake boat access is no joke. Be prepared for that if you're going like towards Oconee westbound. You can't even see, like, it's going around the corner and it's just been up and up and up ever since, and it's still going up and up and up. I finally made it to the top. Good night. The climb from Canebrake down by the lake, the boat at Canebrake boat access. The climb up is a relentless, straight up for a full mile. So I've earned these gummies. Ooh, shooey. That was a tough one. I was not mentally prepared for that one, and I declare that was rougher for me than Heartbreak Ridge, because I think because I was mentally prepared for Heartbreak Ridge, that one I conquered pretty easily. This one, I was not prepared for that. That was tough. Tough, 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 but I did it. Beautiful. Two beauties. Just thriving. Coming right out of the side of this rock. I think. Yep, I am leaving Gorgeous State Park. Not going up the Auger Hole Trail. So we're headed towards white water. So pretty. I just passed a group of Boy Scouts. There were 9 Boy Scouts and then 2 troop leaders, it looked like. And they stopped at Bear Gap Campsite, and I had originally considered stopping there, so I'm glad I decided to press on and knock out the full 12 today, because that's a really good site for that many folks. And they had bear cables and everything. It was really nice. Anyway, it made me start remembering about, made me think about when I was a kid. My uncle was a troop leader, and obviously I wasn't in his Boy Scout troop because I'm not a boy. But me and my cousin, his daughter, we would go on their camping trips with them, and that was a lot of fun. But the guys, of course, would haze us and convince us to go snipe hunting, knowing good and well there ain't no snipes. Ain't no such thing as a snipe. But we were gullible and fell for it. But that was a lot of fun. So I bet those Boy Scouts back there are going to have the time of their life tonight. Horse Pasture River. Wow, she's pretty. That would be super significant if I were doing a through hike. I've seen a few through hikers today. I bet they love to see that. Good morning from day 3. I didn't do any footage whenever I got to camp last night because there were folks here, and quite frankly it felt a little weird to do that. So I didn't do that. But I stayed last night at the Bear Creek campsite. It's kind of blurry. Which was a really nice site. And there's like 3 fire rings. I wish I could turn this around in it. So there's some benches here, benches over there. We hung out over here and talked for a while last night. That was really cool. But we have, let's see, 6.6 miles to Bad Creek, and we're out. I'm hoping to get out by lunchtime. There should only be 2 big climbs. I don't know how big they're going to be. So we shall see. Fresh legs. My knees are feeling good this morning. So I am optimistic. This is cool. Glenn Hilliard, one of the founding members of the whole trail. And coming up soon, we're going to see Hilliard Falls, also named after Glenn Hilliard. Yep, we're going to go on this spur trail to see Hilliard Falls. 1/4 mile. Well, almost 1/4 mile. Blue Blaze. If you like stairs, Foothills is the trail for you. This is a nice reprieve after an 850-foot climb out of camp. Whew. Make up some time now. Well, also including the spur to see Hilliard Falls. Worth it. Worth every step. And it only added about 4/10 of a mile, so not even half a mile. I could also go for a big old burger right now. I'm really looking forward to this post-trail meal. Don't even know where I'm going yet, but it already sounds good. I just ate it on those stairs. Fortunately, I slipped on some of these dry leaves, but fortunately I just went straight back. But the corner of the stair, like the edge of the stair, went all the way across. I landed right hard on my backside, on my tuchus. I bet there's gonna be a line bruise on that now. Oh, I just knew these leaves are dangerous. Officially back. Oh, oh. Officially back in South Carolina. Almost fell into South Carolina. Shoot. Whitewater campsite. Fun. Right down there. Holy Creek. Round Mountain. We're not gonna. Oh, we just passed Holy Creek. We're not gonna see Round Mountain today. This is cool. This is not the one I was expecting. Must be a little shortcut. But I'm headed back to Bad Creek parking area. Looks like I got a mile and a half left. This is the sign I was expecting. Here we are. 0.7. Yay. And that's a wrap. We are back at the parking area. I see my little Subaru over there. My watch died, so I have no idea. Well, and I have no access to upload it to the app that connects to the watch. So I'm gonna guess around 31 miles. Bad Creek. So this was from Laurel Valley to Bad Creek. This section just reopened a few weeks ago. So if you've done the section before, just know that it's going to look different now, because you can definitely tell where the trail maintainers have come through with a lot of like big equipment to clear the landslides. And let's just really appreciate those trail maintainers. They have done a considerable amount of work out there, and it is amazing. 100% amazing. Thank you to everyone who's been out there. But this was a good section. 3 days, 2 nights. Well, 2.5 days, 2 nights. Met some really cool folks. The guys that I leapfrogged with Friday, we camped at the same spot Friday night, and then we also camped at the same spot yesterday, and we met another hiker there at our camp spot yesterday, and that was really cool to just connect with folks. But yeah, anyway, great hike. Until next time.